How that shakes up as Deguara skips the jump and Ramos starts it off for a raucous welcome. Alab Pilipinas will have first crack at the basket. Albano over to Ray. Parks underneath. Ramos against Deguara. First look at Deguara, and he got 2 free throws out of it.
All together, Alab defense.
Bassett will draw Ray Parks as a defender, and that's 2.
We can expect the Team Alab or Alab Pilipinas team will go to PJ Ramos in this set.
There's a huge smile on Ronaldo Balkman's face when Deguara picked up that second foul. They know it's going to be on the back of his head now as Albano will start off with a miss. Bassett going downhill, Parks on him. Can he duplicate that 26-point performance? Here's Elliott. Sam offers the screen. Elliott with 12 to shoot. Jongson on him. Step back. Tough jumper. What a make.
That was good defense though by Kalen Chongson, going up against one of the easiest scorers in the league in Marcus Elliott. Marcus Elliott just making a tough step back jumper there.
Let's go.
Here's Ramos. They go downstairs. Balkman in the post. PJ. There's the fake. Balkman has 4 to shoot. Does he know it? Now 3 to shoot. Ronaldo will pull up. Balkman will leave that one short. Kyongson taps it out. Big boy 3. Why not?
And the shimmy by PJ Ramos. And that's what I was saying. That 3-point shot has been a weapon for PJ Ramos this season. And Deguara is not used to coming out that far.
And an ideal start for PJ Ramos through the game to check out what's happening on both sidelines. The crowd jeering and enjoying the action between Deguara and Ramos. PJ, heat check, left that one short, but Balkman with a cleanup in the deuce.
Not only will PJ Ramos try to score from the outside, but the way he scores outside, he is a threat. And Deguara needs to come out, leaving the offensive glass open for it.
Confident in his body, and that strength in that lower extremities of his makes him a very dangerous hustle player off the ball. Ramos, they leave him open again. Here's Jongson, PJ all day. Left that one short, and Deguara this time crashes all the way.
Working down low for those offensive boards.
Ray with a pick. That's going to be an 8
player, but his defense, that's where he gets his confidence.
Ray turns a corner. Bucket pass. The shovel pass into PJ. Ray grabs it. Albano, they go downstairs. Ramos. Oh, what a cut. And Ray Parks will
holding on to the net for that goaltend.
Oh, what a sidestep by Sam Deguara. A little Euro in Santa Rosa as he gets the jam, gets them to within 2, 9-7. Balkman underneath, has a smaller Zhu on him. He'll turn, he'll shoot. That's a switch.
15 to 7 feet is the sweet spot for the returning Balkman here for Alab Pilipinas.
Here's Elliott with some space. And Elliott knocks down a 3.
And you cannot go under the ball screen if you're going up against someone like Marcus Elliott. Starting this game very, very aggressive already with 5 points.
Albano behind the back, pull up 3. Cannot complete the highlight. Ray Parks is there. Ray Parks attacks. And that Chanshu Wing setting it up. Elliott, another jumper. Got the first one to go. This one switches in and out. Balkman with a block. Adam Zhu thought he had a clear look at a follow-up, but Balkman was there. Now Ramos has a big heft advantage underneath. A bruise. Good chunk of this game.
Make one stop, Alab all together. Defense.
Chance here for Alab.
Defense.
Capitalize and add on to a 4-point game. Not if Marcus Elliott can do anything about it. He draws a much longer Tiongson as a defender. Underneath they go. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They let Pan to take that shot, and Wuchuk Pan gets 2 points from 15 feet.
23 seconds of good defense there set by San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, but Pan with that breakaway jumper to score 2 points.
Ray to Ronaldo to PJ for 3. That won't go. And Jongson follows it up. Balkman wants to set the table. Here's Ramos underneath. Ramos being a bully, can't get it to drop. Marcus Elliott going downhill. Jongson quick to stop him. 3 on the way from the corner, and Alvano with a chance now for Alab to get on a little bit of a run. Alvano to Ray all day. Parks won't get it to drop. Jongson another second try. Here's Ramos against 2. PJ gets the 3-point. PJ's bonus free throw goes in and out. Been a quiet quarter so far for O'Darian Bassett. Here's Pan. Left that one short. PJ with the outlet. That one goes through a couple of hands before it ends up with Bassett. Bassett to Elliott. Elliott inside, bumps against Ray. Alab on the run. Domingo fresh off the bench. There's gonna
Despite the problems that they've been having Hong Kong is still in this ball game, playing well to keep this within striking distance.
Domingo and Javelona off the pine for Jimmy Alapag. PJ, the pass. Pau, back rim. And Bassett will fight for that one. Dives right into his bench. Elliott with 17 to set the table. Wuchuk Pan offered the initial screen. It's still with Marcus Elliott. Here's Adam Zhu, drives left. Adam, the floater, off the bank, no go. PJ with a rebound. Javelona to the corner. Balkman goes behind. Good defensive stance there by Wu. Here's Ray. Elbow 3, and Parks knocks it down.
Not a good defensive set there for Hong Kong, doubling PJ Ramos all the way out there, leaving Ray Parks Jr. for his first 3-pointer of the ball game.
Bassett off the bounce 3, no go. Elliott will recover the long rebound though. Elliott with another standstill 3, so back-to-back settles for Hong Kong Eastern. Here's Ray, almost the same spot, different result. Balkman against 3, gets an offensive board. Parks with a follow, both no go.
But you see the height advantage of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas here to finish the first quarter, taking advantage is Balkman and Ray Parks.
But in those swing positions, from 2 to 4, you have a lot of long, very agile athletes that defensively and on the offensive glass can cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams.
Today just shows how he is mentally prepared to bounce back.
Bassett steps into that 3, and that's going to be a...
Defense. Defense.
Zhu gets it to Elliott. Elliott with a pull-up. That's a tough contested jumper with a foot on the line as a long 2. Balkman in the post. Balkman surveying, trying to work against that zone. Rosser, Parks, extra pass. Javelona for 3, no go. Rosser with the offensive board, blocked by Bassett. Oh, what a defensive effort by O'Darian Bassett. 17-footer in rhythm, a better jump shot option here for Hong Kong as Bassett goes from end to end.
And Bassett will need to get in his bag here in the first to finish this first quarter to get Hong Kong back from this 6-point lead.
Javelona over to Ray. Parks gets that first step. Ray changes hands. Goes to the right, his differential game and shot. There's a 14 on the Alab 24. Josh will have that one tapped away. And Balkman is the lone starter left for Alab, still on the floor. Domingo underneath. Good look from Pau Javelona.
Almost a 5-second violation there for Pau Javelona. But seeing Lodo open from the weak side post, and Lodo just knowing what to do with the basketball down low.
2-second differential game and shot. There's 12 on the Hong Kong 24. Bassett Oh, Darian Bassett to the cup. Can't get it to drop. Here's Lee Key off the spin. Back rim. And Orbis.
That first quarter, but they will have to maintain and sustain this energy until their big guy can come back in.
Lee Key, first three, first goal for Hong Kong Eastern as Key gets on the board.
And that's his calling card, talking about Lee Key. The same calling card of Pau Pau Havilona, but Pau Pau misses his try for that three.
A quick trigger for Havilona there. Here comes Bassett. The third. Tang Hee Chang off the bench. They get it to Bassett. The try for three won't go.
You see the aggressiveness of Bassett to start the second quarter, already taking 2 shots in the first minute, as he knows he will have to step up, especially on the offensive side.
Orbistondo, someone's hit. And it looks like that's
Kiang claiming that he was elbowed in the face, but he's okay. He's up.
Josh for three. Orbistondo gets his first triple in the fireball. Back to his old ways.
There's just something about Josh Orbistondo catching fire early every time he clears 3-point baskets. En route to a 19-point game.
Balkman.
Especially without Samuel Deguara on the court. Their mentality tonight is to be smarter and more vocal on defense, more amount of energy, what with Alab's home court advantage, and continue to be more aggressive. Handing it back to you, gentlemen.
Well, thanks a lot. And, you know, that's a product so much of necessity and adjustment as opposed to maybe a personal choice for Edu Torres, as Deguara's going to be on that bench for a minute. Bassett, the floater won't go. Domingo with the pull down.
Sorry, missed there for Bassett on that floater. Maybe one of the easiest shots that he's gonna take.
Rosser for three. And Alab Pilipinas has 2 triples in this quarter as well. And that's a welcome sight if you're Jimmy Alapag, because they were high and dry from 3, Mikey, in their last outing.
That 3-pointer by Josh Orbistondo was not a surprise, but Brandon Rosser, known as a workhorse down low with a 3-pointer of his own.
Oh, panic move there by Pan as Rosser, the late defender, able to get to him, but it turns out to be a blessing as O'Darian Bassett now trying to find his stroke. He gets another 3 to go.
Bassett will not stop shooting and will try his very, very best to keep Hong Kong at bay here.
Rosser underneath, he will lose it. Ball still loose. It will stay with...
Make one stop on defense.
Elliott, Hang. Hang will uncork, off to the right. Here's Domingo. They go to PJ. PJ for 3. Wing was right there, right in front, right in the mug of PJ Ramos. Had his hand up and everything. But Mikey, if your hand can only go up to the man's chin, there's nothing else you can do.
And with no Sam Deguara on the floor, Coach Jimmy Lapag would love to see PJ Ramos down low. But
you better say good things about Paolo Balde, Mikey. Or when we go up north, we're going to see less touches. Oh, what a slam!
But Brandon Rosser with a big 3-pointer, intensity on the defensive end, and that dunk that woke up the crowd here in Santa Rosa.
Important time here for Hong Kong as Lee Kee can't get his second triple of the game. Kyungson, dangerous pass, but Orbistondo catches up to it. Here's Albano to fireball. One more, in and out.
Would have been a big shot there for Josh Orbistondo to extend this lead to 13 points. But you see, this space right here is what Alab Pilipinas is used to.
Elliott, little jab, step, jumper, as sweet as it gets. That man's stroke is near perfect. Here's PJ, met with a triple team up top. PJ just swatting them away like flies. Get out of here. Let me through.
The patience of PJ Ramos getting rid of the basketball and cutting hard, getting it back and finishing is PJ Ramos, just taking control of the paint here in Santa Rosa.
Wing to Elliott. Tiongson back on him, and that's going to be a hand check foul. Fouls sitting there looking up at the man going, it's going to be a while before I can get a chance to stop him. And by then it may be too late. Elliott and company need to get buckets, and in a bad way. Albano on the run, leaves it for Ray, and Parks with a walk in the park. Easy layup, filling the lane, a perfect fast break for Alab.
And the unselfishness of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas showing here in the second quarter. A number of assists leading.
And you know, as Denise was reporting, Edu Torres said they want to go run and gun. They want to make this a fast game because they're going to have to deal with a height disadvantage. But Alab looks like they're well ready. And
Santa Rosa and Hong Kong having a lot more problems here in Santa Rosa, looking up at a 12-point lead here led by PJ Ramos. And Bassett and Marcos Elliott tasked to play offense against two of the toughest defenders in the league in Kalen Chongson and Ray Parks.
Bassett in and out behind the back. Marcus Elliott catches up to it. Elliott with 4, with 3, with 2. Attacks PJ Ramos, gets slapped on Eastern. Oh, look at that. Poor guy. Albano in a trap. Chongson downstairs. Ramos won't bother with it.
Ramos with that end one opportunity. Unfortunately not making the free throw there.
16 points already in the evening for PJ. He's due for a big evening, as this one, if this one keeps going the way it's gone so far. Yang with a fake. Rosser right there with him. Ricky forced to throw it up, and that's a heady tap there by Hang. Bassett the pull-up. Bassett going right. Will miss that one, and Albano will come down with it and roll downhill for Alab Pilipinas. Tiongson to Albano. The slow pass eventually ends up with him. He back rims a 3. It's with Marcus Elliott. Now Ricky Yang with a big guy stalking. Or Darian Bassett for 3 won't go. Albano to PJ. They come out to him. Kalen. Ramos. Baseball pass across. Ray for 3. It's a swish.
Again, another assist there for PJ Ramos. I don't know why Hong Kong keeps doubling PJ Ramos from all the way out there. But PJ Ramos finding the open guy as Ray Parks Jr. hitting another 3-pointer from the corner.
Elliott contested 3, no go. Ethan to Tiongson all day. Kalen can't get that one to drop. Bassett stops on a dime. Hang was open for 3, thought about it, hesitated. Marcus Elliott in the face of PJ Ramos. And a series of misses here for Hong Kong Eastern. They're down 16.
And Hong Kong really has no choice but to take jumpers from the outside as PJ Ramos tried to show them how it's done. But PJ missing another 3-pointer from top of the key.
Bassett calls for help. Hang on the roll. PJ right there. Flipped it up before Ramos got to him. Ball is still live. Wing open for 3. Gets it to go.
And finally a made jumper there for Hong Kong as Wing hits it from the wing, from the right wing, as Ronaldo Balkman set to check back in here with a minute left in the second quarter.
And the pace has been going up and down so fast without a dead ball. Hasn't given Balkman a chance to check in here, as Ray sailed that one off to the right. Here's Elliott going left, and 1.
Marcus Elliott making it tough for him to see the basket.
Ronaldo Balkman back on the floor. Ray Parks eventually gets it across. Balkman, the lob. Domingo with the finish.
seconds left in the second quarter.
Elliott and Bassett gonna have to create something here, something to take with them into the dugouts and into the second half. They get Key an open look. Lee Key will miss. And Balkman will have a shot clock's worth.
And Hong Kong back to a man-to-man defense.
Well, that one slipped. PJ to Balkman for three. Can't get that one to drop. Bassett has enough time. O'Darian will dribble this one off his own leg.
To feed the big down low and find his rhythm, at least for the first time in this ball game.
Parks, Balkman, Albano, Tiongson, and Ramos. Same starting five for Alab. Deguara back on the floor here for Hong Kong Eastern. He'll have to come out and challenge for big goal three as the Hawk gets another triple to go.
And PJ Ramos starting the second half the same way he did the first, with a big three-pointer in Sam Deguara's face.
18 now on the night for PJ. Deguara, jumper, up and out. Here comes Albano, we'll leave it for Ray. Ray with the fake, step back, three-pointer on the way, no go.
Nice find there for Ethan Albano, attracting the defense, kicking it out to an open Ray Parks.
Bassett with Parks on him, gets the switch. Now it's Albano, more manageable defender for O'Darian. That one goes short and Sam Deguara is there with Adam Shu, Leakey, O'Darian, Bassett, and Marcus Elliott as the five for Hong Kong Eastern, as Ray Parks gets another deuce, this time off the offensive board. Deguara will try to back down PJ. That is not an easy task.
Parks.
Ju over to Bassett. Bassett with some daylight. O'Darian knocks down 16-footer.
Finally an open jumper there for O'Darian Bassett. And hitting it from 15 feet. That may be the jumper where he will find his confidence and rhythm here in the second half.
Yongson to Ramos, another three. Ringless but not the
ball. As Ronaldo Balkman hasn't really had the basketball here to start the second
half. Elliott uses the pick from Deguara. Elliott pulls up from three, knocks it down, and Marcus Elliott trying to get himself into a rhythm. Let's go to Denise Tinsay, who's courtside with us. Go ahead, Denise.
If there's one thing that's different from PJ Ramos, it's definitely his swagger. Now, the Alab Pilipinas center has never been more aggressive in defense and boxing out more than tonight. And PJ admitted that the loss did shock everyone up. Now, it's all about improvement, though it's still an effort. And if there's one takeaway from the loss, it's definitely smart and steady.
Yongson drew one on Lee Key. Parks underneath, and Ray gets a clear path to the basket.
Ray Parks putting the team on his back in that possession, attacking the basket with reckless abandon, finding his sweet spot, his lefty lay-in, and converting the two.
Elliott, another three. This one won't go. Ethan with a pull down. Ethan looking up. Ethan finds Jongson. They kick it out. Balkman for three. Short. And Ray. Guests in attendance include Chris Ross, Deshaun McCarthy right next to him. Sir Don Monteverde is here. The mayor of Santa Rosa, Mayor Dan Fernandez, is here, as well as Alab Pilipinas' birthday boy, Mr. Charlie D. 11-point game now. 51-40.
Maybe a foot shorter than him.
Parks to Balkman. McKalen underneath, drops it off for PJ. Ramos squeezes through, won't go. That's for him because, well, it's an extra rebound. Same 2 points. And Deguara actually got whistled for his fourth personal. He's one away from calling it an evening here in Laguna. Bassett got away. So shifty with that dribble. Him and Marcus Elliott. Just so difficult to contain. That handle package on both of them. Very impressive.
But still the length of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is shown on the defensive side as PJ Ramos thought about.
And you know, Ronaldo Balkman's gonna wanna attack. Ray for 3.
And this is the result of being aggressive right from the get-go. Talking about Ray Parks. Only 5 points in the whole game against Malaysia. 7 points in the first half here today. And gambling, leaving Sam Deguara on the floor with 4 right now. 4 personal fouls.
Deguara underneath. They go to the corner. Shu dumps it off. Sam looking for the clock. Will turn, will fade, will miss. Balkman full court. Domingo catches up to it. But like a wide receiver on the run. Here's Ramos, steps out for 3 again. Won't go, and Domingo with the active. Special thank you to Mr. Jensen Cadasio of Sunset Flip for our aerial shots that we've used in the broadcast here today. We appreciate it. Ramos puts it on the floor. Balkman, corner 3, why not?
And Balkman joins the show, hitting that corner triple, a smile on his face. A 20-point lead here for Alab in Santa Rosa.
Marcus almost threw it away. Deguara against PJ. Ramos will let him shoot that one, and PJ gets it in quickly. Here's Ronaldo Balkman. He's looking to go out to Joshua Bistondo, who'll miss a 3.
Still a perfect setup there from Ronaldo Balkman, finding the fireball in the same corner where he hit a triple just a few seconds ago.
Here's Lau off the bench, will miss the 3. The pass, telegraph. Balkman has it tapped. Score those 4 personals.
And Bassett and Elliott haven't really found that consistent rhythm that they had in their last win.
Here's Bassett, Lil Hezzy to the comp, no go. Doe, over to Josh. They go down low to Lawrence. PJ, fake the 3. PJ stepped in, and Ray Parks goes streaking to the basket.
And we saw that in the first half, the vision of PJ Ramos. Ray Parks with a perfect backdoor cut as Bassett goes all the way to the...
Hong Kong seems to be unwilling to let him shoot any open ones, and him either firing from there or them closing out has led to open lanes underneath. Ball is loose. Wing catches up with it. Balkman stalking, and Wing gets it opened up, a 20-piece McNugget on this team. It's now down to 16 with 2:33 here in the 3rd period. You want to be able to step on the throats a little bit and make sure that you blow this game open and not make it any more competitive in that 4th period. Balkman for 3 will miss. Hong Kong can shave off the lead again. Here's Bassett. O'Darian, easy breezy on the jumper, but back rimmed it. Josh to PJ, they close out hard, they leave a better shooter open, and Ray Parks can't get them to pay. Ball is loose, ball is out. That's why, if you're a Lapag, you want to make sure you get as many of your reserves in for as long a period of time as possible in that 4th period. You want to make sure your starters and your core guys don't mess around too much here in this last minute 27.
Like a baseball when he's handling the basketball with one hand.
Ray gets the drive. Ray attacking Sam Deguara's 4 fouls. Parks taps it away, and it big. You really should never even bother to jump.
Let's do it all together, Alab fans. Defense!
Two-man game. Wing and Sam. Wing for three. The defender was right there still as it goes out.
Trying to get Deguara out of the paint. Hong Kong is using PJ Ramos as a ball screen defender to get him out of the paint as well.
Domingo with a spin. Oh, Lodo got away!
Lodo showing us the moves with that spin and that deuce.
Elliott taking the contact, beating Ray Parks upstairs and then adjusting mid-air to get the score off the bank.
And that's a big boy move there from Marcus Elliott, the athleticism and the concentration to convert against Ray Parks.
Ramos to Domingo with another spin! Two twisters in a row for Domingo. Bassett at the buzzer will leave that one short. Live matchup between Hong Kong Eastern as they visit Santa Rosa to meet Alab, Pilipinas. O'Darian Bassett, quick in and out, leaves it for Deguara with a short little jumper.
And the shiftiness of Bassett, leaving Pau Havelona in the dust, finding Deguara for that easy short stab.
Ramos to Domingo, goes baseline, that one tapped out of bounds. Havelona to Rosser, hit one earlier, leaves this one short, and Urbistondo fights for that one. Havelona chance to reset, and that's going to be game. Got PJ Ramos out there. If Jimmy Lapag has his way, that should be the evening for Balkman and Ray Parks. But Hong Kong Eastern still trying to make a game out of this. Here's Domingo, leaves it for Rosser on the trail job, and Brandon Rosser.
Nothing.
It's a fast break lane.
Nothing you can do there for Marcus Elliott. A full head of steam for Brandon Rosser.
Bassett pulls up 15 feet away. That's good. Let's go to Denise inside, who's courtside for us. Go ahead, Denise.
That's true. Marcus Elliott, the shining example of consistency for the Hong Kong Eastern basketball team. Despite their team lagging behind majority of the game, Marcus never stopped being aggressive even for 1 second, and that's exactly the mindset that Coach Edu Torres is telling the rest of the team with that kind of energy and grit, especially to catch up with the scorching hot Alab Pilipinas. Back to you, Nico and Mikey.
Thanks a lot, Denise. So Sam Deguara gets that shot to go. It was heavily contested by PJ, but Deguara able to get two. Able to survive out there with 4 fouls. Oh, Ramos lifted that pivot, got away with it. Urbistondo will shoot, will miss. Here comes Bassett going downhill. Too much space as Havelona able to get a hand in the face.
And Coach Jimmy wants Alab to keep running as Lodo again down low against Sam Deguara.
And Domingo has shown no fear against Deguara. That's 3 buckets all underneath, all with Deguara in the neighborhood. Here's Sam against PJ. Tries to force it through, no success. Here's Havelona, and that's gonna... PJ in the post against 2. Ramos spins away, and PJ leaves it in. So Sam Deguara go to the bench and ask for the ball immediately.
The recognition of Alab Pilipinas. The moment Sam Deguara comes out, they give the ball to PJ Ramos, and PJ Ramos is here in Santa Rosa. And again, the loyal fans from Laguna enjoying this 18-point lead.
Allow it a long jumper, and PJ Ramos just looked at him with absolute disbelief that he hit that step back. Here's PJ again. We'll let them settle. Ramos with a slam! Was just a matter of time. Wu Chuk Pan could only do so much.
Someone that big should not be that quick with a drop step. But Bassett coming back with a jumper of his own.
Oh, Darian Bassett is nice. I think that if there's one bright side here for Hong Kong Eastern is obviously the talent level might not be the same as Alab. But they definitely have found a gem in Bassett and how he complements Marcus Elliott as two fairly similar players.
With Marcus Elliott and Tyler Lamb leading the way.
Ray got away with it, had his foot across the timeline and then stepped back. Pyeongson for three, short. Rosser underneath. Rosser fetches a foul. Ricky Young almost had it taken away. Yes, the steal is completed by Ethan Albano. Bassett will pull up. Bassett will miss. Here's Albano. Oh, the lightning quick step. Left Ricky Yang in the dust, but could not finish.
Couple of missed layups here tonight for Ethan Albano.
Oh, and what a pass. So Darian Bassett gets the rolling Sam Deguara.
And that's what you want when you get that pick and roll. Attract the big guy, especially someone like PJ Ramos. Get him out of the paint. And Deguara with the perfect roll and the finish.
Now this game isn't over. It's a 13-point game. Pyeongson will miss the tip. And wrong yet. Elliott. Oh, a miscue.
Session for Team Alab Pilipinas.
Ray to Rosser. Pyeongson. Oh, Ricky jumped in the passing lane. They couldn't get it to PJ. Here's Parks out to Pyeongson. Corner three, PJ. No go. And Deguara pretty much picked that one up over the rim. Deguara underneath against Ramos. That's 2 more points for Sam.
Another nice find there for Bassett. Locating Sam Deguara down low with that lob pass. And Deguara using his body to shield off PJ Ramos.
Just an 11-point game now. Kalen to Albano. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Hezi, Parks has to uncork. And Ray Parks bails them out.
Big shot there for the back-to-back local MVP, Ray Parks. Alab badly needed that basket, and Ray Parks delivers.
Elliott answers back, down to a dozen, 3:14 to play.
And both Bassett and Marcus Elliott have made the toughest of jumpers here tonight.
Ray gets it across right on time. Parks gets low. Parks attacks, stops on the dime, lofts it up. Ramos underneath, tapped away by Ricky Young. Bassett draws Parks for three. Big shot. Massive they have at competing with anybody, Alab included.
And Coach Jimmy Alapag sticking with a Bachman-less 5 of his own, trying to develop these other guys to play without Ronaldo Bachman.
PJ against Sam. PJ bumps. PJ flicks it off.
Big shot there for PJ Ramos, using his body against Sam Deguara.
Elliott, the jumper. Won't go. Downstairs again. PJ with a quick spin underneath. And on back-to-back trips. Zhu, Elliott, and Bassett on the floor. Together with Sam Deguara and Lee Key, the shooter. Bassett inside. Deguara, nice find once again from Odarian Bassett.
And Bassett really just attacking the rim, whether it be creating for himself or for his teammates. He has been doing it all on the offensive end.
Albano. Ethan with 9 to shoot, with 8 to shoot. PJ, long 2, tiptoes, why not?
Inside, outside, PJ Ramos can give it to you any way you want. And Sam Deguara has had a long night guarding PJ Ramos.
Bassett for 3, won't go. Leans in closer, still nothing.
And I think it's safe to say that Alab Pilipinas will bounce back and get their 5th win or their 6th win here in ABL 9.
Albano on the cut. The lefty finish is good.
What a way to bounce back for Alab Pilipinas.
As Edu Torres has emptied his bench. Lau from straight away. From Avelona to Josh. Rosser to Pau, corner 3. Avelona can't get that one to go. Here's a steal. And Avelona will dribble it out. And Alab stays classy with the victory. It will be a 12-point final score. As Alab Pilipinas, they survive a 4th quarter run there by Hong Kong Eastern. And they do enough to snatch this one and get back on the winning side of things.
What a
as
win.
they go up to 6-1.
What a win for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, staying at the top of the standings of your ABL, 6-1. After 3 of the 4 games that they played.
And that makes it official. It's 87-75. We'll take a break.